Good evening and welcome to Elite Weather Forecasting. I'm Mr. G, your meteorologist. I hope you guys are having a great night on your Wednesday and that your week is going good. But let's talk about our city of the day. It's going to be Cincinnati, Ohio, and we are living every day at WKRP. You might remember that show, baby. If you ever wonder whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. It's Cincinnati, WKRP. I was a radio DJ for a long time, so that show was kind of special to me, WKRP. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on across the country. We are looking at showers tonight across parts of Ohio as well as over into Indiana, and we can see some heavy rainfall as well that can lead to some flooding and flash flooding concerns over there across parts of the upper Midwest tonight and into your Thursday. And we're dealing with some rain showers and thunderstorms over that region tonight. But let's move on with the rest of the forecast as we have some pretty serious stuff to talk about tonight, guys. So let's move on with the rest of today's forecast. Okay, so now as we move on with the rest of the forecast, let's talk about some very serious business right now. As in the state of Hawaii, we are dealing with a devastating fire across northwestern Maui. So we take a look at this photograph, and this is the town of Lahaina in Maui. This is a town of about 12,000 people. That is a tourist town. I think the cruise ships or whatever stops here, but we're going to be dealing with this fire that's kind of being fueled by winds that is coming up from the hurricane down to the south, Hurricane DORA, which is a Category 4 hurricane, which is news in of itself that it's that close to Hawaii and that this fire started and those winds was able to fan those flames in conjunction with an area of high pressure in the region, and that combined is creating some high winds that is leading to these devastating fires. Now here is video of some of the fire that's taking place down there across Hawaii. I mean, so yeah, that is just devastating and heartbreaking to see for those folks down there in Maui. So our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in Hawaii tonight. This very tragic situation. It took the lives of 6 people, lost their lives as a result of this fire. So let's talk about the weather forecast across the rest of the country. But first, let's deal with Hurricane DORA, which is moving to the west at 22 miles an hour, and it is south of the Hawaiian Islands with winds of 130 miles per hour, which makes this a Category 4 hurricane. This is a major hurricane, even though it's way down to the south, several hundred miles to the south of Hawaii, but it is still creating winds around it and very high surf as well. So, and there's a large area of high pressure in the vicinity, and the winds associated with that is helping to fan the flames over Maui tonight. So, again, our prayers go out to everybody in Maui. And here is the direction that the hurricane is going to be moving. It's going to jog slightly to the northwest as we get into Sunday, and it's going to gradually lose strength but remain hurricane status through Sunday. So we're going to be seeing that as that moves southeast, southwest of Hawaii, which is right there. But it's generating some winds and very high surf as it moves on off toward the west-northwest. All right, so we got some severe weather to talk about over the mainland here through parts of the Midwest and down into the South. So folks down here through parts of the state of Mississippi and Alabama, well, not Mississippi, you guys are in the clear, but Alabama and into North Georgia, we're seeing some severe showers and thunderstorms, and we're seeing some heavy rain up here across the upper Midwest through Indiana and over just there is Cincinnati, just across the border of Indiana and Kentucky. And we're going to be seeing those showers moving into the Cincinnati within the next hour or two. And we also have showers and thunderstorms over the Ozarks, so over parts of southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. We're seeing those showers and thunderstorms, and even down into Texas. So Dallas, Fort Worth, now we can get some meaningful, a little bit of rainfall for some of you folks, because it's been very dry across the state of Texas as they've been under that heat dome most of the summer, and that heat has kept skies clear, and that humidity's been high, but the skies overhead has been cloud free for the most part, and finally some rainfall and some thunderstorms for the folks down across North Texas. Now here we are as we talk about that thunderstorm, our active severe weather watches right now. I'm going to step off the camera just briefly here so we can take a look at that tornado watch that's over parts of Oklahoma, northeastern Arkansas, and southwestern Missouri. That includes Branson, where we're under a tornado watch, and the city of Tulsa. That tornado watch extends down to about the Red River Valley, just north of the Texas and Oklahoma state line. But we have a severe thunderstorm that extends through central Oklahoma and through north central Texas, north of the Dallas-Fort Worth. But it does include Odessa and Midland, and then a severe thunderstorm watch through parts of Alabama, extreme northeastern Mississippi, and we have west central Georgia, where we have that tornado watch that is in effect for this evening. Not tornado watch, excuse me, a severe thunderstorm watch. So we are dealing with severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. We could see some nighttime tornadoes through the Ozarks tonight as well. So we are going to be talking about tornado safety for the overnight hours. And as I step back into the camera, here is our thunderstorm forecast for tonight, and we're going to be seeing those severe storms here through the Ozarks and through parts of the Mid-South, so through Tennessee, northern Mississippi, north central, and into south central Alabama, and northwestern and west central and southwestern Georgia, and maybe extreme northwestern South Carolina and southwestern North Carolina. We have that potential for some severe weather, but we're definitely going to see that severe weather through parts of the Ozarks and through the Mid-South. So Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama, we're going to be seeing that severe weather. But we also have the possibility of some severe weather that extends northward into Illinois, Indiana, and parts of Ohio as well. And we're going to be dealing with those severe thunderstorms. And those regions can see some heavy rain, some damaging winds with some hail and isolated tornadoes. It's going to be possible with that severe weather and that damaging wind threat. We're going to be seeing those winds up to 75 miles an hour with 2-inch diameter hail. And we do have a likelihood of that tornado threat. The potential exists there for EF2 tornadoes. So a pretty significant severe weather outbreak is expected down there tonight into parts of the Ozarks. So Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, the upper Midwest states of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri, and even into Oklahoma as well, and North Texas. We can see that risk there for that severe weather, and all modes of severe weather is possible. So it's very important to pay attention to your area of weather forecast and your current conditions. Keep track of the things going on around you and stay weather aware. So now, as we talk about nighttime tornado safety, now often tornadoes at night are not visible. You can really only see them a lot when there's a lightning strike, and if there's a tornado, the lightning illuminates the tornado. The tornado often looks like a dark funnel there with the lightning striking behind it, so it illuminates that tornado. So if you're at home, most likely you're going to be at home at night, and keep your phone on, keep your alerts enabled. Make sure you have the AccuWeather app. Make sure you either have a Weather Channel app, WeatherBug, any kind of weather app. Most of these weather apps will send alerts, can be able to send alerts to your phone if there's tornado warnings or anything significant weather events taking place in your area, and have a go bag ready. So make sure you have a bag where you can take some, maybe if you're really smart, you get you some MREs in it, medical supplies. If you have children, put diapers or anything like that, you might have a go bag ready. It's not just for preppers who have go bags. Anybody should have a go bag with medical supplies, flashlights, anything like that. Place your shoes next to your bed so that you can put your foot in them real quick if you gotta go. You gotta be able to get your foot in your shoe, and wear solid shoes. Don't put your house slippers on, because if there's damage because your house was affected by the tornado and it created any damage, you want to wear solid shoes. You don't want to wear house slippers that glass and things like that can poke through and injure your feet. So you want to protect your feet. And you also want to know where your safe place is, where you're going to go in the event that a tornado hits in the middle of the night. So you want to prepare a place where your family can meet up and you can make sure that everyone is safe. All right, so here's that tornado threat again for tonight across parts of the southern plains here, and the Ozarks, and through parts of the Mid-South and the southern Appalachian mountain range, okay? We have that heat still taking place down here across Texas, Louisiana, and in the Deep South along the immediate Gulf Coast and into the state of Florida. We have the excessive heat where we're still seeing those temperatures in the 100-degree range. So we're seeing very high temperatures, 107 there in Dallas, 108 in Midland, 100 in New Orleans. So it's still very hot across Texas and the Deep South. We have some wet weather in the Northeast to talk about. This is where we could see tomorrow night, as we have a pretty potent weather system that is going to be moving across the Northeast, and it's going to spread some showers and some thunderstorms across the Northeast. This is supposed to be tomorrow night about 8 o'clock, between 8 o'clock, from 4 to 8 o'clock or 11 o'clock tomorrow night, as this is going to move from the southwest rapidly toward the northeast. So we're going to see a lot of heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning, very strong thunderstorms will be affecting the northeast tomorrow night. So we're going to be watching for flash flooding and the possibility of severe weather as well. Here's our severe thunderstorm threat across the northeast. But it is possible these are going to be mostly heavy rain producers. So a lot of lightning and a lot of heavy rain is going to be possible. Damaging winds are possible. And a weak tornado is also possible, even though we are only dealing with a marginal risk for severe weather across the northeast. The flash flood threat, I think, is going to be more of a reality across the northeast tomorrow, as we see that possibility of flash flooding from Maine all the way down to West Virginia. But if you are in the Boston area, down through New York City and Philadelphia, so if you are along the I-95 corridor, you have a likelihood of experiencing some flooding issues from heavy rain along the northeast tomorrow. So again, if you're along I-95, you're going to be dealing with the potential for flash flooding tomorrow. And here is our summer day out there. Not everybody's getting to see this. So I thought I'd give everybody a little bit of summer if you're not seeing flowers like that in your yard. My name is Mr. G. Again, the folks in Hawaii, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Pray for the firefighters out there as they work to put out the flames. Pray that the weather conditions improve, that they can fight the fire, because the weather conditions are not being very favorable for fighting this fire, as there's been some very high winds coming up from the south and the southeast. So again, a very strong winds cross off the mainland to offshore, which is not good, and is causing those fires to burn a lot closer to the water, to the shore, and where the town is. So we're seeing a lot of damage from that fire. So again, Mr. G, I thank you for watching me tonight, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, show your love, and let me know you're watching, as we are a little bit over 500 subscribers on YouTube, approaching 3,000 on TikTok. So I appreciate what support I'm getting out there, and I will see you guys all tomorrow night, and have a good evening. Okay, bye-bye.